morning, Shalja. Thank you for joining in today's interview. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Deep. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Doing good as well. So, Shalja, before we proceed, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Sure. Firstly, I thank for giving this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Shailja Shivsharan and I'm basically from Solapur, Maharashtra. I have completed my master's in uh, computer applications from Siagar Institute. Moving towards my work experience, in all, I have 6.5 years of experience with 1.5 in customer service as tech support and 5 years in Tableau. Firstly, I was working in tech support and we used to maintain reports in Excel. However, when I got selected for an IJP, cleared the IJP and got introduced to Tableau, which was a tool the client was maintaining for reports. So I got a chance to work on Tableau. I started with version 2029, 2022, and recently worked on version 2023. I worked for multiple clients and fortunate to work on multiple domains like business, finance, insurance, and e-commerce domains. I enjoy puzzles and riddle solving that contribute to my analytical skills. I have worked on Microsoft products like SQL Server, Excel, PowerPoint, Word. I have a sound knowledge of data extraction and validation, which I got appreciation from client for finding the logical discrepancies. The data I handled so far is 10 billion, and overall, I have created 80 plus dashboards. I was involved in multiple projects like prototypes and analytical projects. In prototype projects, the BRD, that is the requirement document, business requirement document was shared and the designs were shared. I just have to recreate those designs on the dashboards. Whereas in analytical process, I played a very crucial role from data gathering to the deployment phase. So in this, the client has not provided any KPIs as such. However, they have given the data set and they have given us the leverage to use our analytical skills and create dashboards and KPIs for which are useful for companies. So I started with data analysis. After I got the data, cleansing of data, finding chunks and logical discrepancies, then I have created KPIs that are useful for business growth with the custom charts like donut chart, wherein we had to show the category wise percentage of profit. So in that, we use donut charts. Like I have created sunburst chart wherein we use category and subcategory wise total sales and percent of profit. I also created bar in bar chart for dual axis, wherein we can include percentage of profit both in a bar format. Also, I have used a tooltip chart. Our customer client first gave us a where he wanted many things to be displayed on the dashboard. So first I started with the creating the dashboard, then I found it very clumsy, like involving many data on the dashboard. So I came up with an idea of tooltip chart, which is very useful so that we can show the drill down information in another chart that will not occupy space on your dashboard. Also, I have used features like data stories with density and map chart, which will give insight of the data in a natural language, simple language, so that it can be understood by the users who are not very much into this charts. I also created interactive filters on the dashboards. I believe making customers happy, so always give attention to the details of the project. So before passing the project to the QA team for analysis, I have always done a unit testing for this. Also give attention to the performance optimizations, wherein I run the performance optimization under the server on dashboards to check what all is need to be optimized if all the checks have passed. I have also used for performance optimization using the stats on loads on servers that shows how long it will take for this dashboard to view. So I have done all these checks for performance optimizations. Also, in previous projects, we also followed agile methodology. We kept our agile very much simple, wherein our manager was playing the role of scrum masters. Initially, we started with planning sprint planning. It took the sprint was of 2 weeks. Then we had our daily scrum calls in which we discussed like what we did in yesterday's work, what we are going to do today, and blockers as well if there were any, so that it can be dealt internally and does not affect the entire flow of the projects. After that, every sprint we had a sprint review session, and also we arranged a retrospective sessions in which we discussed the positive points of the sprints and also the good learnings from the projects. We maintain all this project in a project management tool Jira. And addition to this, I also have a basic knowledge of features of Tableau 224 version, and I tried my hands on with extension feature with sample superstore data in 2024. I am aware of concepts of Copilot, multi-fact relationships, and Tableau Pulse on mobile as well. So that is for me. Thank you again for giving the chance and being so patient throughout my introduction.
Thank you very much, Shalja. Shalja, can you tell me how many years of experience you have in SQL?
Sorry, Deep, you are not clearly audible. Can you please be loud?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so my question was, how many years of experience are you carrying in SQL?
So Tableau, it's 5. SQL I have used as data cleansing and everything. So I am aware of SQL, and Tableau I have 5 years of experience.
Okay, so can you tell me what's the difference between a common table expression and the subquery?
Yeah, so subqueries is like we can create a query within a query, whereas CT is a common table. This is a name given to a derived tables. So in subqueries, we can perform operations like select. Always we can select, and the outer query can be anything, but the inner query is always select query. So whereas in derived table, we are unable to perform as the result set is not a table, right? So we are unable to perform any DML commands on that result set. In order to overcome this, so that we can perform delete command like DML commands on that result set, we will give a name to that particular result set as CT. So that will be useful in DML commands
Yeah,
on that.
can I can I
Is
refer can I reference a common table expression multiple times within the same query?
multiple expressions multiple times within the same query. Yeah, CT, yeah, you can use the CT multiple times that you have created. It will just give the name to that particular result set, but you will get the same result set that is been used as a table in that CT created. So you have access to that result set only. So if you want a
So can
different table,
subqueries be referenced multiple times within the same query?
no, I won't be able to use CTs within subqueries.
Okay. So can you retrieve the NF highest salary from an employee table?
Sure.
Can you write a query? Can you share your screen and write a query on this?
I'm sharing my screen. Just let me know once it is visible.
Yes, it is visible. Yes.
It's not visible. Okay.
Something, okay, it is a user choice. So keep it like as N. So if I want to figure out the third highest salary, I will put it N as 3. I would be get the third highest salary.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. So currently you can keep the rank as N.
Yes, I'm just figuring out the how do I find mention the n as dynamically selection as per
Keep it
user.
hard coded as N. Means
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah.
write a query in such a way that whatever I put it in the value of N, I can retrieve that salary.
Okay.
So you can connect to employee 2024 instead of master. So currently, I think it is connected to the master schema. You have to check it.
Yes. I'm just checking this. So we have this records. Then this.
Your table name is employee 2022. You have written. You have to change it to 2024.
Select site form. Select listing salary times rank. Yeah.
Yeah, pass anything like if you suppose say the first high salary, for example. Is that important?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm not sure what's wrong. Salary from listing salary RN is correct. RN is equals to uniform. This is close, this is close, this is close.
So from you are writing a query, right? And then you have to give it an analysis. Right?
Table, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot the table. 1,000. Sorry.
Can you see the third highest salary maybe?
Yeah, can do this. 3450.
If you have to check the second highest salary.
Yeah, we can change this accordingly.
Good. Thank you. Okay, so you can stop sharing your screen. Can you tell me the difference between union and union all? And also, you need to give a use case in which use case will you go for union and what type of scenarios you will go for union all.
Sure. So union and union are basically to retrieve data from two tables, multiple tables. So union is like we can retrieve the common results from the both the tables which are matching records. Union all will also retrieve the common records as well as if there are any duplicate, it will also include those. So it will eliminate the duplicates. Union all result is sorted, whereas in union
Does it retrieve common records or does it combine the results of two queries?
it will combine all data like common as well as uncommon records from both the tables. It will retrieve all the data of the both tables. And your union, the results are sorted. Like if we have this, the result set is 10, 20, 30, then it will sort accordingly. Again, if we have union, all the result is not sorted. It will first take the first table data and then again second table data. So result is not sorted. So if we want in union, if we want matching records, like if we want to see employees which we want to see the departments of the employees assigned to that particular department only, then we can use the union so that it gives both result. And here, if we want to see the number of employees and number of departments as well, and what departments are allocated to that employee, or also the employees which are not having that department, which are not allocated to any department, and in this case we will select union all.
So now I would like to ask you a question. Like, there are aggregate functions and there are Windows functions as well.
Yes.
So do you know generally when we will go for aggregate functions and when we will go for Windows functions?
Yeah, so aggregate is when we go, like, we have to do a calculation based on the table, like sum of totals, sorry, sum of sales or profits. And Windows function are like we need to compare the previous and next records, not records, but the result set. Like suppose window functions use lead and lag functions. So lag is what it will show you the result set of previous data and the current record. So sales about the sales of if you're taking the data year wise, then previous year sales and current year sales, it will show in that way. And lead will show the next record as well. So current year and the next year's record. So if you're 25, then it will show 2026 as well. So if we use lead and lag, it will be very much useful. Like we can compare the data accordingly, like previous what it was, current what it is, like for that particular selected year, and what is the previous the next year's sales as well.
Okay. So that means with the help of Windows functions, we can generally return multiple values for each group while still maintaining the individual row identities. Okay?
I'm sorry, Deep, you're not audible. Can you please be loud?
So I was telling that means Windows function can return multiple values for each group while still maintaining the individual row identities, right?
Yes, it will do that.
Okay. So I hope you have worked on optimization of SQL queries as well. So can you tell me the top 3 points that you might have utilized to optimize a SQL query to improve the performance?
Yes. We have SQL query optimization. The query should be like we can use say subqueries in case if needed. And so I'm sorry, but I'm not getting you. Like optimization when we connect in Tableau, or it just in
No,
SQL queries?
SQL query optimization. My query is taking a lot of time. Okay. So what are the checks do you do, and what are the things that you do? Maybe the top 3 things that you do to ensure that your performance is optimized.
Like I will first check that if the syntax is correct, if we have access to the data that is shared, or if we have that particular record, or maybe we can groups, if it's a subquery and if it's taking time for the results, I'll first execute the inner query to check if it's giving the relevant data, and then do this. And we can check if the field names are being used are correct, and wherever.
But that I don't think will matter a lot in terms of optimizing the performance. If I am writing an incorrect field name, how will it affect the optimization or the performance? It might result into an incorrect result set altogether.
Yeah.
But in terms of optimization, what do you think, or if you haven't done so, use your analytical skills and tell me that what can be the approach that you as a data analyst would be taking to ensure that the performance of the SQL query improves.
So we can create a views so that it can if there is a data that we have retrieving from a big data set, then it might take longer. So if we are using indexes as well, so what happens is like it can bypass the unnecessary data that is then, and it can go to that particular page number and index address, and it can fetch data from there. So it can be very much faster as compared to the normal queries. So indexes can be used wherein whatever we have to retrieve the condition, that is a root node, and whatever that is intermediate nodes left and right. Left always have the value lesser and equal to the root node, and the right always have value greater. So if we are searching for that which is equal or less, then we'll go to left node, and it will bypass the right section completely. So the data set is minimized and can be used work faster in that case.
Okay. So index is one of the things which you mentioned correctly. It improves the speed of data retrieval. Besides indexes, suppose if you see that there are a lot of subqueries are getting used to retrieve information from multiple tables, maybe. So is there any way to optimize subqueries? If yes, then what is the way? So the scenario is a lot of subqueries are getting used to retrieve the data from multiple tables. Is there any way that we can reduce the usage of subqueries to retrieve the data from multiple tables?
So we can use select scalar subqueries, I guess, wherein multiple tables can be used as a column in a single. Yes.
No, if you pay attention to the detail of the question that I'm asking, I am trying to retrieve the data from multiple tables, and I'm using
Okay.
subqueries for that. What is the feature that SQL provides to retrieve
We
information from
can
multiple?
use joins as well in this
Correct.
case, so that it gets
So
optimal.
subqueries are get replaced with joins if you have to
Joins.
retrieve appropriate information from multiple tables. So since we are coming to joins, let me ask you one question. Can you please share your screen and connect to Employee 2024?
Sure. Is it visible?
Yes. So if you see over here, the fourth column that we have, which is like MGR, a manager column is present.
Yes. I'm sorry, Deep, you are not audible.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So my question is that if you see the fourth column, we have like a uh, manager IDs are present. Okay. And
Yes.
these managers are nothing but the employees that mentioned in the second column.
Yes.
So can you write a query with the help of which I should be able to check the employee name and the manager name of that particular employee?
Sure, I will do that. In this, I will use the join concept so that we can use a self-join concept basically, because it's a single table. So employee 7566, I'll select distinct.
No, I need it's fine. The employee numbers you're showing,
Yeah.
right? I need the names
So,
of the managers. I need who is the manager of Jones. So we have 14 records. The 14 employees have got 14 managers associated with it,
yeah.
right? So I need the manager for each of the employees that are there.
Sorry. Get EMP number. Select distinct EMP number. New manager. So employee this has I. So Smith with ID this has a manager. Ford with ID 7566.
Mhm. Correct. Yes, sir. Okay. So fine. Can you tell, are you aware about synonyms and SQL construction?
Yeah, I'm aware of synonyms of SQL. So, synonyms are basically a name given to the tables. Um, Sometimes the table name is too longer, like it has schema name, database name, everything is included in one. The table name is very huge, and to perform operations repeatedly on the table, we need to include that table name every time. To make this easier, we will give a short name to the table. But however, this name is a permanent table name. So it is stored in database and it also consumes memory.
Okay. So now I'll ask some questions related to Tableau.
Okay.